And because this is a message that shows what is God gaining through this whole process of calling Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And eventually, what he's gaining is a corporate people. He is the God of the house of God. And today the house of God is the church.
Amen.
Jacob had the vision of Bethel, which means like the house of God when he was very young, when he was probably our age. But then God called him again to come back to Bethel when he was older and had much experience. And that time he built an altar and called it El Bethel, which means the house and the God of the house of God. And at that time, God came and blessed him. At that time, God came and reminded him that his name is now no longer Jacob, and now it's Israel.
Right.
This means that he had already received the name Israel, but he had not really experienced much transformation until he came to the house of God.
Right.
So alone, as individuals, we may go through things, but until we come to the church, the house of God, this transformation, well, the transformation is where God's building.
Right.
So it has to have its applications. Right? So we cannot just be individual Christians. And one more point is that once we're in the house of God, the church, then we can know God as the all-sufficient God.
Amen.
This is the ultimate revelation of God to Jacob, is that he is the all-sufficient one.
Amen.
That means he is the supply for our transformation and for the building.
Amen.
So our brother shared the same thing I want to share about the house of God.
Good.
And it really touched me that God said that I have my throne in heaven, I have my footstool it's on earth, but where's my house? Like, I mean, from a throne, what you do is you conduct business in a sense. You continue from the throne.
That's right.
You might put up a footstool and you'll take a little break. But I mean, on the seventh day, God rested and he said, where's my house? And it's just amazing that we get to build up that house.
I wasn't able to attend many ministry meetings, but I was able to go to the college conference, and I learned a lot there. Two things that stuck out the most were I'm a vessel. I'm here to be filled with God. Colossians 3:10, 11. I don't memorize it, but it's put on the new self because and be in Christ's image, because you have to push everything aside and just fill yourself up with Christ. The second one is that God doesn't want just believers, he wants a body. I was really struggling with that up there, but I came down and really prayed to God. He really told me this is the truth. He wants a body. We're so intimate with him, we're so connected. Why do you persecute me?
That's right.
Amen.
I just enjoy the fact that we can enjoy the matter of Christ reigning in us in the book of Isaiah. I don't know, when we think about someone reigning over us, we might not be that pleasant. But in Isaiah 16:5, we see that his throne was established in loving kindness, which means affection. And also his throne was established in truth, which is his faithfulness. And meaning is, when we have a genuine contact with the Lord, usually our first reaction or response to the Lord is our confession. But our confession is not saying that we did something wrong, but our confession is confessing that we miss to enthrone him in our being. So, I don't know, I just enjoy the matter of the Lord or his enthronement this week is, the reason is, it's not something that unpleasant, like suppressing us, you're under me kind of enthronement. But this enthronement is Christ sitting on the throne. The prophets in the Old Testament spoke of Christ and David as one. And somehow connecting with the New Testament portion, we can say, if we confess, Hebrews 4:16, it says, when we come forward with boldness to the throne of grace, we may receive mercy and find grace. So hallelujah, there's a throne of grace. A throne of just mere suppressing us. So when we just come forward to the Lord and just enthroning him, as we wake up in the morning, just say, Lord, thank you for a new day to take you as my Lord. So when I just say, Lord, there's something within my being flowing out.
Amen.
And this is what we see in Revelation. There's a throne of grace. There's a river of water of life proceeding out of the throne of God and of the Lamb.
Amen.
So I just enjoy there's a throne of Christ in our being.
Amen.
The practical way for us to enjoy this throne and the grace is by calling Lord Jesus.
Amen.
So I know there are still a number that are kind of on the edge of their seats. You want to share something? We'll probably need to wrap up in about 5 minutes. So we just encourage anyone who has any feeling to share something. Now is a good time to stand, and just we'll conclude in a few minutes.
I also enjoyed this point about the throne.
Amen.
That the throne is a throne of grace.
Amen.
And in Hebrews 4:16 it says, "Come forward with boldness to the throne of grace." And in Revelation 22:1, out from the throne there's a river of water of life flowing.
Amen.
So actually what I really enjoyed this week is that the Lord just needs a little opening from us. And when we open, that's our coming forward to Him, then the river flows in. And in that river, there's the ruling of the Lord. And it's a ruling in loving kindness. Actually, what reminded me of this was, you know those Brita filters? So I filled it up before I went to sleep. And then I didn't shut the water all the way, and there was a little drip. But the lid of the Brita filter was closed. And then when I woke up in the morning and went downstairs, the Brita filter was like full, more than I had ever seen it before. But the lid was closed. But it was all because of the little dripping of water all night long. And so it just reminded me that even though the lid was closed, there's a crack in the lid. So the Lord just needs a little opening, a little coming forward, and then the water flows in. And in that water is His ruling and loving kindness. And so I just really appreciate it. We need to come to the Lord every morning. Just say, "Lord, thank you for a new day. I'm going to take you as my Lord. I subject myself under your headship the whole day. Lord, set up your throne in my life. Set up your throne in the center of my being. Lord, bring my whole day with my daily life under your throne."
I just really appreciated that Christ is King.
Amen.
He is Lord.
Amen.
He has a kingdom.
Amen.
And He rules in love.
Amen.
I really appreciated that same prayer. I just love to wake up in the morning. I know there are days when I don't want to wake up in the morning. But praise God, Jesus is Lord. I come to Him and say, "Lord, thank you for a new day. I'm going to take you as my Lord. I subject myself under your headship for the whole day. Lord, set up your throne in my life. Set up your throne in the center of my being. Lord, bring my whole day with my daily life under your throne." I just really appreciated that there is a kingdom, and Christ is the King. In Colossians 1:12-13, giving thanks to the Father who has qualified you for a share of the allotted portion of the saints in the light, who delivered us out of the authority of darkness and transferred us into the kingdom of the Son of His love. We're qualified because of Christ. We're qualified to take Him in as our portion. And we're delivered out of the authority of darkness into the kingdom of the Son of His love. I just really appreciated that because Christ came in His human living and His dying and His resurrection and His ascension, we were delivered out of a kingdom of darkness. We were in a kingdom that was ruled and reigned in fear and religion, but Christ came in love, and He reigns over us in love.